Hey guys, this is Brian from Tokyo Record Style. I just wanted to kick off an official YouTube channel with a big hello from myself. I unintentionally started a YouTube channel a couple of days ago, made an Instagram post that went a little haywire, and so I started the channel without really the intention to get it going yet, but I thought this is a great opportunity to just go ahead and kick it off. And but I did want to take a second to introduce anybody who's coming to this channel for the first time, what Tokyo Record Style is, who I am, and a little bit of context. So hopefully you'll be interested more and maybe follow and share and like and so on. So my name is Brian. I'm a 20-year Tokyo resident. I'm from the States. I'm a music lover. I'm a record collector. And I'm a photographer. And I've got a really wide array of big network here in Tokyo, having been here so long. And I've been in a lot of different creative circles. And one of the photography circle is a community that surrounds me, that supports me, that has helped me with a lot of various projects that I do here. I do these volunteer projects that are connected to this project called Photohoku. And it's a volunteer effort where we give photos away to people. We approach people who were affected by the big tsunami here that was in 2011. And with Polaroid film, with Fuji instant peel apart film, which Fuji's helped us, we gave these people photos and helped them sort of get back on their feet. It was using photography as a way to do goodwill projects. So so that involved a lot of photographers, and one of the photographers that it involved, who's another important person. Well, I don't want to say I'm important, but somebody who's a dear friend of mine who's very influential Tokyo guy is named John Saipal. And John aside from being a very talented photographer, he's also runs a blog called Tokyo Camera Style. And Tokyo Camera Style has become quite popular, and it's essentially John going up to people and saying, "Hey, can I take a picture of your film camera?" It's a celebration of film photography and Tokyo photography culture, and it's become really popular. And I always loved it because it's the nature of sort of approaching the stranger on the street. I love people. I'm a people person, so I almost wish that I had made that project myself. I always was enamored with John's project, and being a record collector and having done this Photohoku project and having those, having that sort of in my wheelhouse, loving music, that thing, approaching people and photography. And I thought of this idea one day. I was like, oh, I should mimic the Tokyo Camera Style project and start Tokyo Record Style. And when I see people on the street carrying their record store bag, whether it be Disc Union or Tower Records or any of the famous record shops here in Tokyo, that I'd approach them and say, "Hey, did you score some records? Could I take your picture?" And so I called up John. I said, "John, what do you think about Tokyo Record Style?" And he said, "Do it. You should do it." So I was like, "Okay, maybe that's a good idea. Maybe I will do it." So about a year ago, I started this project where didn't really exactly know what I was doing, but I just took my camera out on the streets, and if I spotted somebody with a record store bag, I stopped them, and I said, "Are those records?" And they said suspiciously, "Yes. Why are you asking?" I said, "Oh, I'm a record collector. I love records too, and I'm a photographer. I'm taking pictures of people with their recent record store purchases." And they say, "Okay, yeah, all right, I'm listening." And I say, well, "Did you?" So if you I'm writing these little stories about people, so I basically interview them and ask them, what kind of music they like, what kind of why records, why are they buying records as opposed to streaming music. Ask them about their favorite record stores, and basically just make a new friend on the street through our shared love of records and shared love of music. So that's what, and then I come home and I catalog the actual records that I photograph. I made a little system for myself where I take one photo of them, and I take one of them holding the record, and then I take a photo of the record itself, and I kind of get the info about the record so I can later go find it online. And then I take a picture of their style too, because I didn't mention about the thing about Tokyo Camera Style, and also the thing about Tokyo Record Style, is that it is about style. It's not just about music. I'm not a particularly stylish guy, but I have my taste, and I like seeing how people express themselves with their choice of fashion and their choice of, accessories. And I think records are kind of like an extension of that in a way. What kind of music you like, what kind of books you like. This says so much about who you are. So it's a really interesting way to keep your finger on the pulse of what's happening and what people are into on the streets. And so, and the other thing that's come to light is that, we're listening to, when you listen to Spotify or you listen to Apple Music or you listen to any of these streaming services, when the thing that you've selected is finished, you've listened to an album or you've listened to a track, it just feeds you something that you think that it thinks that you want to listen to. And so you're always listening to algorithms or who's paying for, their music to be, featured on the various platforms. And this method of discovering new music, talking to people on the streets, is a really cool way to discover new music. And as somebody who loves music from all genres, truly, like everything, I love, I have to go, it takes me so long to go through a record store because I like to look at everything. And I like to listen to everything. And, even if I don't like a particular music, it's interesting to me. So, and it's probably interesting to you. If you've made it this far already, we're speaking the same language. So, so what I'm finding is that it's kind of like the human algorithm. That's what I'm calling it. That's what I'm listening to. I'm listening to the human music algorithm. I'm by meeting people on the streets, finding out what they're listening to, going home, cataloging it, listening it to myself, and basically connecting with these people through their records. And a couple other projects that are connected to Tokyo Record Style are a sort of podcast, a live podcast talk show that I'm hosting called Top 5 Records with my pals Michael Warren and DJ Bemsha. Basically, we get together once a month and we pick a theme called, last theme was summertime. The theme before that was top heroes. The theme before that was music about music. We just picked these kind of random themes, and based on the cult classic movie, High Fidelity, which if you haven't seen yet, you must see. We basically count down our top 5 records on wacky themes, and we do a little talk show that's sandwiched by 4 sets of DJ music. So, we bring our favorite records and we come DJ songs for ourselves and for our friends. So Top 5 Records is one of the events that we're hosting. Another event we're hosting is called Tokyo Record Style Day, which is where we go and go record shopping with our pals. That's essentially all it is. It's just we pick a day on the calendar, we pick a local record shop, hopefully an independent record store, and we just go spend a few hours all shopping together, maybe go get a coffee or a bite to eat afterwards, and then I can capture 3 or 4 people all at the same time, maybe 10, maybe 20. But so yeah, Tokyo Record Style is a photography project. It's a community is emerging from it. It's an expression of my own thinkings and my own photos and my own creativity, and it's kind of open for. I don't know yet. Well, we don't really know yet, but I just wanted to say I hope you'll come along on this journey with me. I don't really know what will come of it, but it feels really exciting. I think we're going to continue to celebrate our love for music, and maybe it'll ripple out into the world, and maybe it'll become a fun, big thing that we can all participate in. I am on Instagram at Tokyo Record Style. I'm here on YouTube and wherever you might be watching this. I am also at TokyoRecordStyle.com. I'm also at Tokyo.record.style. .style is a domain, so you can go to Tokyo.record.style. Maybe someday you'll see New York.record.style or Amsterdam.record.style. Who knows? And so go to the webpage and check it out. We're just kind of getting going. There's a Patreon set up. There's an Amazon wish list set up. There's a newsletter subscription set up. I don't know which of these we're going to use, but it's getting going. So I invite you to be a part of this experience. It's going to be really fun, and Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. And one last quick shout out. I've got 3 followers on YouTube. I've got Nathan, and I've got Mateo, and I've got Jico International, the cartridge maker. I just want to salute you guys and say thank you for being clicking that follow button. I'm really happy to have you here, and I'm excited that you guys are the first 3 of the first 3 of us. Hopefully, there'll be many, many more. So thanks for clicking follow and like or whatever, because it's really encouraging, and everybody who's supported the project so far. So thank you all. Here we go. Next stop, YouTube. Follow on all the other places. Maybe I'll see you out there at the record stores. Bye.